Animating Rebel has released a joke of a video titled Understanding Idealism, in which he once again accentuates his fixation on Minecraft, despite it being irrelevant to the topic at hand. As I've explained many times before, the video game analogy for idealism is a false analogy, because the idealists have to replace all of the hardware with God's mind, which is a totally mysterious object they've simply made up. They have no account of how this immaterial substance they call mind is supposed to fill the role of a game console. Video games and computers don't have any need for immaterial or undefined components, which is all the world is according to idealism. So instead of answering any questions about idealism, the idealists have appealed to an everyday piece of machinery that shares none of the problems of idealism. To say that the next level of a game is encoded in a computer is not at all analogous to saying that an empty room is part of the imagination of an immaterial substance. Another problem is that Animating Rebel's favorite argument for idealism is a non sequitur. In essence, his argument is that we're not observing what we're not observing, therefore unobserved things don't have any observable properties. He often follows this up with similar arguments regarding each of the senses. At the end, he concludes that unperceived things lack most if not all of the properties we experience them as having. However, this argument is clearly fallacious. There is simply no justification given for the conclusion. Animating Rebel also couldn't help but make use of the number one idealist buzzword, information. He defines information as thoughts, which defeats the purpose of saying information. The whole point of using the word information when talking about idealism was to have a computery-sounding word that was purposely left undefined in a pathetic effort to avoid refutations. If you have a one-word definition for information, like thoughts, then you look like a jackass because it would be more efficient to just say thoughts and never even mention information.